All right, back in the basement again today to bring you along with some of the peaking cycle of Juggernaut. So I am roughly 4 weeks out from my meet, 26 days to be exact. And as part of that, I wanted to just give you some insight into how I run this peaking block through Juggernaut AI. And as I prep for Raw Nationals, just update you on some of these days. So like today in week 1 was my squat day, day 1, and it had me working up to a single at 530 pounds. Now, what I like to do as part of getting into the peaking cycle is also skip ahead to the 4th week. So it's a 4-week peaking cycle. The 4th week and the last day is obviously going to be your meet day. You can go into the app and see exactly what it has based off of your training history over the course of the cycle to give you what your proposed first, second, and third attempts will be. Now, obviously this stuff can change, especially during the course of these next couple of weeks, as well as what you feel on the day of the meet. If you feel good, you might go heavier. If you don't feel great, you might go a little bit less based off the suggestions. You might just say, fuck it and do it yourself. But what I like to do is I like to take a look at it because my top single today was proposed to be 530 pounds. And if I check my basically meet agenda, that's what it had my first attempt to be. So I'm thinking to myself is like, all right, I'm going to work up to a single. So one of the things that I like to do with that is also just time to see how long it takes me to get to that first attempt. Because on the day of the meet, whether you're lifting in the first flight, the second flight, whatever the case may be, you need to know how much time it's going to take you to get ready to actually lift. So for me, it took around 30 minutes, which is about my average. So it's good to see that I'm still maintaining. Now I used the Juggernaut app itself to do the warm-up progression, which was nice because it's actually aligned exactly to what I would do. And that it's taking jumps of basically 90 pounds until we get heavy enough, then do like a 50-pound jump and then smaller jumps depending. Overall, things went really, really well. And even based off the warm-ups, the app suggested that I went heavier, which I did, but I didn't take the full recommendation of 545 pounds, which it did based off my last 2 heavy-ish warm-ups. I instead went with 535, which was 5 pounds heavier than my proposed opener. And I feel like I really nailed it. I rated it conservatively at a 6.5. Felt good, it moved good. Even my back off sets with 455, a couple of doubles, 3 doubles to be exact, which I didn't film a ton of, all moved really, really well. And I'm using that Rep 1 tracker to track velocity just to get an idea based off of how it looks, how it feels, and what the velocity of it was to really get the clearest picture of RPE. Things moved really, really well. In fact, the app also suggested I move up in weight for my back offs. Traditionally, I don't like to do that though, right? I try to put my max effort into that single, and then the back off work is like, I want to get it done, but I also don't want to push the envelope too much, even if I'm having a great day, because that'll come back to bite me fatigue-wise when it comes to some of the lifting in the rest of the week. So as far as today goes, I still have some comp bench, nothing overly heavy, some split squats, a couple of exercises for assistance work. I'm not going to really go into that too much. What I'll do throughout the course of this week and the next couple is show you some of these days where there's like a heavy single. They progress and ramp up, obviously, as the weeks go on, so it'll be interesting to see. I have some meet news to talk to you about as well, but a little bit of foreshadowing and spoiler alerts is I'm seriously considering moving up a weight class for nationals. I don't have that much more time to make that decision, but doing so, I think, just sets me up for the future the best, as well as just allows me to not worry about what I have to eat as I'm borderline on the qualifying weight for either one. So I weigh like 219 these days, and I don't have to worry about watching what I eat leading up to the meet these next couple of weeks. So I'll talk about that more in a dedicated video about what that means for me, why I would do that, why would I move up a weight class and potentially be the skinniest in my weight class as opposed to the heaviest in my weight class. I hope you enjoyed this video. Let me know any questions, comments you have in the comment section below. In the meantime, have a great training week, and I'll talk to you soon. And stay big if you want. People get mad if I don't say that, so there you go.